It's 1986, and I'm 21 years old, and I am in the Big Apple for the first time in my Midwestern life. And I'm standing in this beautiful building. I mean, light is coming through, and beautiful people are going up escalators with really nice suits on and attaché cases. And I turn to my sorority sister, Heidi, and I say, "Where am I?" "This is the World Trade Center." Wow. Important stuff happens here, huh? Yeah, you could say that. And then she just whisks me off, and we're at Greenwich Village, and then we're at Grand Central Station and Broadway and New York Times. Everything is there. And it's the best day I have ever had in my 21 years of walking this planet. And I say to Heidi, "Okay, that was amazing. Okay, let's go back to where you live on Long Island, and let's go to the bar. It's late, and I'm buying shots." She goes, "Deal." So we're at this bar, and we're having a great time. I'm asking her, "Where was I when I had that croissant?" "Grand Central Station." I'm like, okay. It was so fun. And then there's this really hot guy kind of looking at me. And he walks up to us, and he's adorable. He's kind of preppy, but he's got these beautiful blue eyes. And he goes, "Hi, I'm Jake." I'm like, "Hi, I'm Missy." And he says, "Are you from around here?" I said, "No, actually, I'm just visiting from Michigan. But my sorority sister, Heidi, she's from here." And he goes, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you." She's like, "Yeah." And then he says, "Can I buy you a drink?" And she's like, "You know what, Jake, thanks so much, but we're really tired and we're gonna go home." I'm like, "What? He's so cute. Do we have to go home right now?" She's like, "Missy, we've been out all day." I'm like, "I know, but come on." She's like, and he says, "Wait, Heidi, do you live around here?" And she says, "Yeah, about 5 minutes away." And he says, "Well, I can take Missy back, not a problem." "Oh. You okay with this, Missy?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." And she leaves. And Jake buys me a drink. And we have a great time. We're talking. I'm getting to know him. He's really fun. He's pretty cool. And then he's like, "Do you want to have a tequila shot? Does that sound like fun?" I'm like, "Yeah." So we have one. And then we have another one. And now that's like 6 tequila shots in my body. And I'm kind of getting the tequila spinnies. And I say to him, "You know what, Jake, I probably should go home. Can you just take me back to Heidi's? Because, woo." And he says, "Yeah, no problem." And he takes me out to the parking lot, and he's got this cute little red Fiat. And he opens the door, and I fall into these deep bucket seats, and they're cold. But he turns on the heat for me. And as we're driving, we're listening to Journey, and I love that band. And I'm starting to notice that the neighborhood is in the rearview mirror. "Where are we going?" Jake says nothing. He starts driving towards woods. He pulls into the woods. Oh God, where am I? He pulls a little bit further in, and the dashboard's lighting up his face, and his eyes are now dark. He turns off the car. I see a lake in front of us. He unbuckles his seatbelt, and he turns to me and he says, "Do it or walk." I'm too drunk to fight this guy. What am I going to do? I don't know where I am. And I don't know where this came from. But I just looked at him deep into his eyes so that he could see the human in my eyes. And I said, "You don't mean that, do you?" He looks out the window like he's this bully on the playground, scheming for his next antic and meanness. And then he says, "No, I didn't mean that." Good. I thought you were kidding. All right, you know what? Just take me back to the bar, okay? It's cool, let's just go. And he does. And as we're driving back to the bar, I am now very aware of where I am, and I am just praying to all the lights, stay green, just get me back to the bar, please. But I'm talking real light on the outside. I'm like, I think Huey Lewis is a really great new band. What do you think? But inside my mind, I'm thinking, you idiot. Why did you let down your guard? Why did you drink so much tequila? Now look at where you are. You have landed yourself in a very dark road of danger. Ugh! He pulls into the parking lot of the bar, and I fly out of that car. And I go running into the bar, and I'm shaking, and I get up to the phone booth. And I say, Heidi, can you please come get me? And she does. That was 36 years ago. And I was young and dumb in my 20s, we both were, and I suppose that the universe gave us a hall pass, and I got out of it. But because I know who I am, the one thing I wouldn't let him do was not allow those 4 words to play over and over and over again in my mind, because that creates images and that creates fear, and no, he is not going to take me down. And I have gone on to see that actually life is filled with so many actually fabulous people. And there are so many wonderful things to see and meals to eat and friends to make. And I've told my kids this. They know about this story. And I've said to them, listen, always know who you are. Always know who you are with. And always know where you are. Thank you.